Hey, Caleb here, Patriot Training Center. Today we're going to talk a little bit about why the heck do you shoot low and left? Why the heck the Glocks shoot low and left?
They shoot low and left?
They shoot low and left. That's everybody tells me that, okay? The fact is, it's not the gun, it's probably you, okay? You can check your sights. Sometimes it could be off, but it's probably you. So first, Carter's going to go ahead and demonstrate, he's going to properly shoot the top black square here in this target that we're using. We're at 5 yards. So it should be pretty accurate. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if we've already developed that low and left tendency. All right, cool. So right there in the black square, exactly where it should be. So now he's gonna shoot and see if he can kind of recreate that feeling that happens when we hit low and left, okay? So go ahead, on you whenever you're ready. Ooh. Oh, yeah, just dragging him down. Let's take a look at those hits. Holster up here, all right, good. All right, and you can see it's almost exactly low and left. It's like a diagonal way that's going through there. So this can be due to a couple of things, right? So anticipation of recoil is probably the thing that happens, right? I've mentioned this before, but like no matter who you are, you have a gun in your hand, it's a couple of feet away from your face. You have an explosion going off in front of your face in the middle, in your hands, and you're trying to hold it there. So like you develop a flinch. It's just a natural part of being a human. So sometimes if we're shooting a lot during the day, we can start to develop a flinch and not even know that we're doing it, right? And you start anticipating recoil, meaning you're trying to control the recoil, and you just can't stop recoil. It's gonna happen. Like I said, there is an explosion going off in your hands. So recoil is gonna happen. All you have to do is have a consistent grip so that after the recoil happens, it comes back down to the spot where you want it to be, and then you shoot the shot, right? So don't anticipate. That's why you throw these shots left most of the time, okay? And some of this can also be to your grip pressure. Sometimes you get too much grip pressure with the hand that's holding the gun and pressing the trigger, the primary shooting hand, because again, you're anticipating the recoil, right? So you kind of bear down right at the last second when you think you're pressing, it's gonna go off. I'm gonna bear down and make sure that it, and it's a natural reaction. You're not even thinking about it, but subconsciously. So the thing to do is just pay attention to your, like put your mental focus like on your hand as you're like shooting, and think about what you're doing as you do it, if you notice that you're making this mistake. So Carter's gonna back up and he's gonna fix this right away just by using the same instructions. So we're gonna go back here to the 5 yard again. And then we'll come over here and let's take a look at his firing hand as he goes. If your buddy's having this problem and you're like helping him out, go ahead and shoot. You can kind of keep an eye on his hand as he's shooting, and you can see like what he's doing sometimes with his hand, and you can like watch if he's pulling the shot, if he's like tensing up right before it shoots. All right, that was dead center where it's supposed to be, right in the black square. He did everything great. And you can look at his hand too sometimes and like just see the tension. If it's like you see white knuckles, or all this meat back here is all tensed up, like he's trying to keep the gun from going off, then you can tell that, okay, maybe this is like a tension issue or something like that. But let's go take a look at those final couple hits. He fixed that issue. So that is one of the best ways to fix shooting low and left, okay? Don't anticipate the recoil, and if you notice that you're doing it, an easy tip for you to fix that is to just download at the range, clear the gun, and go back to dry fire, and what you'll find is pretty much the very first shot you'll try to do a dry fire, and that's you anticipating the recoil, okay? And then if you can work through that in dry fire, because now there's no explosion, you can kind of get your brain to go, oh, I don't need to do that, and you do a couple reps, and then when you stop doing the dipping and the anticipating of the recoil, then you can load it back up and pay conscious attention to what you're doing, and work your trigger press and keep relaxed hand and don't anticipate the recoil, and that'll help a lot of times eliminate that problem. So give that a shot, let us know what you think.